What up, guys? Kevin here. So it happened to me. I didn't think this was true. I didn't think this was a real thing. I thought it was fake news. I got tip baited. Tip baiting is where the customer places an order on Uber Eats. We got to call that Uber Eats. I don't think it happens anywhere else. And of course, when you put in an order, they ask for you to tip. They tip. And that offer is presented to me. And if they didn't tip, it would be $3.15, as you could see here. Nobody would do that. Absolutely nobody. The only people that take those offers are people who are new and don't know better, and the YouTube weirdos who do challenges like, all right, I'm going to accept everything that comes my way. Shout out to y'all. Those are entertaining videos. Those are the only people that would accept an offer this low. The only way we would take these is when they bundle it with another offer. They send it as a double, like, oh, I'm going to make $25, but one of the orders is $22, and the other one that they making you do is $3, but you don't know that. So then I deliver the customer the food, and the customer goes, yeah, I want that money back. And they take back their tip, and Uber Eats allows it. They do. They're like, yeah, we'll give you your money back. And guess what, driver? I know you just spent all that time doing this delivery, but we got to take your money away. It's not even your money, driver. It's the customer's money. Now, I don't want to get into legality of it. You know, I lean right. I don't want government intervention, but first off, we need intervention here for Uber Eats still offering $2, $3 offers in 2024 and this practice of tip baiting. Don't feel bad for me. I'm just doing this to pay for all the video games that are coming out this week. But I understand delivery drivers. I understand this is probably the only thing that they can do. This is the only thing that they can do to make ends meet. This is, if I can't do this, I'm going to be homeless. I cannot hold a 9-to-5. For me personally, I can't hold a 9-to-5. But I think I just work. I think a bunch of us just got together and went, all right, but what if we all work here at this company? We can't fire each other. Seriously. Shout out to my job. Those are the people I feel bad for. Because when this happened to me last night, I was enraged. And I think it even goes for the safety of the customer who does this. Someone who's down on their luck, like me, who had a great day yesterday. Like, I even got a promotion at my job. And I'm just, again, trying to make money for all the video games that are coming out this week. I can't imagine someone who's so down on their luck. They got kids at home. They probably got kids in the car doing deliveries because they can't hire a babysitter. And they're just trying to, pay for fast food cheeseburgers so they can eat tonight. I feel bad for that person because holy shit. Because not only they're not making money, you're also putting their job on the line because you're probably going to make them go to a place where they go, hey, I know where this person lives. And I'm going to show up. Now, I don't know of any stories of something really, really bad happening. But even I am tempted to go to this person's place and be like, hey, bitch, what happened? What the hell just happened here? I handed you the order. Everything seemed fine. Now, it was Wingstop. And Wingstop I'm putting on my do not take list because they suck. They are the worst. The worst customer service, the slowest customer service. And I had to fill the drinks, which I don't really mind because I'm not going to overflow it and get sticky soda all over my car, but still. But Wingstop, they tape the bag shut. And of course, as a driver, it shouldn't be on us to make sure the order's there. It should be on the restaurant to make sure it's there. All I do at best is like eyeball it and go, all right, everything looks there. I'm not going to dig through your cheeseburger to make sure they removed the pickles or they added sweet potato fries instead of regular fries. But I do go with the restaurant and go over the order like, hey, you got this, 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 and this. They gave me the okay. So I delivered to the customer. There was no like instant, hey, there's something wrong here. And everything seemed fine. I'm like, cool, $13. Then a few hours later, I started receiving tips from my next 2 deliveries. And I'm like, well, what happened to that first order for $13? And I look here, the estimate for this trip was $13.04, including any upfront tip. But the customer reduced the tip after delivery. First off, 10 miles for $3 is in 34 minutes. That doesn't, to me, that doesn't compute. Something's off there. I think I got ripped off, just base pay wise. But then the customer takes all of it. I don't think they reduced it. Can you reduce it even more? Could it be lower than $3.15? They went, no, you don't get anything. You don't get a penny. Like, this is such a weird practice that shouldn't be allowed. Like, it should not be allowed. Now you get into the, well, it's a tip, Kevin. Well, I see people say that they should call it bids. Here's what I think they should do. I think if they have an actual issue, contact Uber Eats like you're supposed to do. And Uber Eats, you take the L. I think the payouts are so low here. I think you can take an L. I think you're getting quite a penny for it. That $13.04, what was it? I bet you their pay was like $4 at least. Now I understand that's not good, that if Uber Eats has to take the brunt of it, but the payouts are already low as is. We rely on customer tips no matter what. Uber Eats is getting by just fine. What you do is you go, all right, if the customer has an issue, you just give them a hookup. You say, hey, we'll give you some credit. And then if they don't like that, sure, give them their money back, but that comes out of your pocket. And then you mark the customer down as potential fraud. Of course, you want to give them a few options, a few tries to make sure, to be fair, maybe they do have legitimate issues. It happens. I understand. But then you compare it to everybody else, like, oh, this customer, every time they ordered, there's an issue. While on average, the average customer has maybe 1 or 2 issues. And then you flag that customer and then you end up closing their account or something because of fraud. You just go, hey, you having way too many refunds. That's pretty much how it works everywhere, right? That's how it works everywhere, right? Even Steam. I buy a game on Steam and I return it. I've gotten a warning. I've gotten a warning like, hey, you are returning a little too much here. We're going to have to prevent you from buying games or whatever. So that's how they should do it. But no, they just say, screw the driver. Again, don't feel bad for me. Feel bad for... I just can't. Like, we know where these people live. I know where this person lives. If I scroll up, there's a map there. I'll be like, oh, yeah, it was that person. And even I am tempted to go and just knock on the door and be like, hey, what's up? Why did you take your tip away? Did you know I don't receive that, right? You understand I did all that work. I handed the food off to you. Everything seemed fine. If there was an issue, you take that with Uber Eats and not take my tip away. But again, and that's the thing. As a driver, you start complaining too much. People be like, we'll get a real job, which I do. Again, side gigs, stuff like that. Like, again, I feel bad for people. Like, I get it. This is all they can do. This is all they can do. They just can't hold a 9 to 5. A lot of YouTubers can't. A lot of YouTubers do this because they just can't be at a job at 8 a.m. every day. They just can't. Neither can I, but somehow I do it, which is what I got to do right now. So I got to get going. Thank you guys so much for watching. Just don't tip bait. Just don't. I don't think none of one. Sorry, I apologize. Anyone watching this, I know you guys don't do it. That's on me. I apologize. I didn't mean to accuse you. But still. All right, I got to go, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.